Hello guys, this is Ritankar and I will be sharing with you my Summer of Bitcoin 2025 journey. And to begin things with, I have been selected this year as a SOB contributor. The organization where I will be working is Angor and it comes in another parent organization Blockcore, and the project which I have been assigned is Liquid Network Integration for Angor Wallet. So yeah, to before beginning this video, I would like to share with you guys why I actually thought of making this video. It was with the motive that if you guys are thinking of contributing to SOB the next year, the entire process becomes a bit clearer to you guys than it was to me, and you guys could navigate through SOB in a better way than I did. Because when I was looking to contribute at SOB, I served a lot for SOB. Like I didn't know what this thing was about, right? I just knew SOB means Summer of Bitcoin, okay, and it's something Bitcoin related, and nothing in context to as to how the program works, what's the entire fixed timeline of the program, how to actually contribute to it. I had a basic working idea of how to contribute at GSOC and stuff like that. So yeah, but SOB's application process, SOB's proposal round is quite different than that of GSOC. So yeah, most of the blogs I went through, most of the videos I watched on YouTube, they were all about like describing what SOB is, like what is Summer of Bitcoin, yeah, and what's the timeline of Summer of Bitcoin, how much stipend the Summer of Bitcoin pay. Most of the videos were regarding that, and I think I found none to very less videos about how actually SOB works and what you actually need to do to crack SOB. So yeah, that was another point for making this video. There is actually no proper resource available on the internet as of today and how to actually properly crack SOB. So yeah, um, uh, the that was another intention of making this entire thing. So what I did was uh, I turned my entire SOP experience into a blog over here. Yeah, this is a pretty nice blog which I have written over the past 2 days. You guys could give this a thorough read. If you're just here for the experience, if you just want to know how SOP works and stuff like that, if you're not actually serious about contributing to SOP the next year, or making any plausible open source contributions the next year, or if you aren't in the developer field and you're just here for the experience of how this stuff works, this blog will do more than enough for you, I guess. Like, this blog is way more detailed than any other blog, okay. It has got the entire process of SOP, the application round, the proposal round, and even the tiny bits, okay. So if you're just for that, this blog will do more than enough for you. But if you're actually thinking of contributing to SOP the next year, if you're actually serious about contributing to open source the next year, I will suggest go through the entire video properly. This video will be a bit long. Like, I will be honest, this video is going to be a bit long because I will be going through all the segments of SOB, all the stuff, or the entire proposal round, the entire application round. I will be going in detail and stuff. And yeah, so I will be adding timestamps as well, so you guys could also easily skip and see the portions you guys are interested at. So yeah, and also let me apologize in the beginning of the video only. I do not have a proper script, okay. I will be remembering stuff as I am going through the video, and like the stuff what I actually did in SOB, the stuff which was actually happening at SOB, the mails that came to me, I will be trying to show all of the things to you guys, and I will need to remember throughout the entire course of the video what I actually did during the entire SOB process during the course of 2 months, the entire application period. So yeah, like, bear with me if I stammer or something like that, okay. So yeah, let me begin with the blog. And another thing that I will be doing is I will be maintaining a Notion document, okay. Important SOB discussion things, yeah. I will be maintaining this. I will be adding all the important links that I will be going through, all the important things, all the important resources that I went through when I was an applicant at SOB, and I will be piling all of these things here, okay. And what I can do is I can maybe share the Notion link with you guys, drop it in the description box below, and you guys could give it an easy visit. So yeah, let me begin things. First of all, I would suggest each and every one of you, whether uh, like, if you're interested in the SOB process, whether you are here for the experience or you are thinking about contributing to SOB the next year, do give the blog a read. If the blog suffices, there is no need to watch the video. And if the blog doesn't suffice, well, if you need things in much more detail, there is always the video. But I would suggest, if you are here for contribute to actually contribute to SOB. Like if you're kind of sure that you want to contribute to SOB the next year, if you have already made up your mind, then I would suggest go through the entire video. And if you haven't made up your mind still, if you're still in the dilemma phase, you can skip the video, go through the blog once. The video is always there for you. So yeah, let me begin with the SOB process without further introduction. So first of all, let's hop onto the SOB website. Let's see. Okay, so a little introduction of what SOB is actually is. SOB is Summer of Bitcoin. That is pretty clear. Summer of Bitcoin doesn't mean essentially that all the projects that will be coming here are Bitcoin related. All the projects that are coming here are Web3 related, blockchain related, token related. There are other cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin. Yeah. My project itself is liquid network integration, okay, and that's the Elements blockchain. That is not the BDK chain. So yeah, okay. So over here, if we go on to the organizations tab, okay, so you can see a lot of organizations over here, and all of these are not Bitcoin related. Again, I'm saying like this Summer of Bitcoin is not a specific Bitcoin related program. Okay, this is an entire Web3 related open source program, and most of the projects you will be finding here are Web3 related, of course. So yeah, you will be finding here programs mostly in the tech stack of Rust and Golang, because Rust is predominantly the language which people use for blockchain and Bitcoin related things. So yeah, you will be finding most of the projects over here in Rust. You will be finding what should I say, a major chunk of the projects in Golang as well. TypeScript, well yeah, you will be finding quite a less number of projects in TypeScript and like the generic languages people usually learn when they're learning development first. So yeah, most of the projects over here are in Rust or Golang. And there are some UI related, specifically UI related, UI UX related projects as well. For example, I am entirely not sure. I forgot actually. I went through all the repositories. I went through all the organizations when I was initially contributing. I guess Zeus isn't actually a pure UI based, like a front end based organization which is coming at SOB. I may be wrong on this. I'm not sure. I actually forgot. My organization is this Angor, and apart from Angor, I had also given proposals at CoinSwap and P2P pool. Yeah, this one. I had given proposals, like I had made proposals for projects at Angor, CoinSwap, and P2P pool, and I got selected for the Angor one. So yeah. Okay. Now to kick things off, when you guys will be logging onto the Summer of Bitcoin website, this website at present is currently different for me because I have been selected as a contributor. This website has for the contributors, the website gives a different interface uh, for the for the participants, like who are willing to participate. The website will have a different structure. You will be finding here another tab, if I'm not wrong. I may have forgotten. Do check it out, like past programs tab. Okay, in the past programs tab you can easily navigate through the repositories in the 2022, 2023, 24 and the 25 program. This is currently the 25 program. You might not get the past repositories for the repositories for the 2025 program. You will be getting those repositories once the internship period ends after 3 months. Yeah, that's like September, October, I guess. You will be getting the repositories then. And however, you will be getting the past repositories for 2022, 23, 24 programs. I guess Summer of Bitcoin had started from 2020 or 21. Like the entire internship, like the entire program started from 2021, 22. So yeah, okay. So what you can do is at present the application nothing starts for SOB this early. Okay, everything, like all the formalities you need to do to register, to actually register at SOB starts from, I would say, December, no, that's way too early. uh, April, I guess. Like the initial application I gave out, I guess mid-Feb. Yeah, mid-February. Initial application, like the first application at SOB was rolled out mid-February to the end of February. Yeah, that's pretty. That's not an important point. You guys will be knowing when the initial application rolls out. So yeah, I'm not here for the timeline. I'm here for the entire process, like how the stuff works actually. So yeah, okay. So right now what you can do, like if you are interested in SOB properly, right now you can do is, what you can do is uh, go through the, like surf through the past programs, the 2020 to 23 24 programs, find out repositories that actually interest you in these programs. Okay. And another thing you need to, like this is a general tip for any open source program. Okay. There is a probability the organization which you have chosen through the past programs, the 2020 to 23 24 program, okay, the organization you have chosen for those programs, those might not actually appear for your iteration of the program, or the 26 program you will be appearing at. Okay. So try to choose programs that have been repeating themselves for the past at least 3 to 4 years, I guess. Okay. For GSOC, we say like try repeating try choosing an organization that has been repeating itself for a lot of years. Okay. Like 4 to 5 years. 4 to 5 years, there is a continuous repetition of that organization. For SOB, maybe take up 2 years. If that organization has been repeating itself and in SOB's iteration for the past 2 years, there is a high probability. I wouldn't say it's a must. There is a high probability this organization will be coming this year as well, and all your contributions will not be vested. Like no open source contribution is actually wasted. Every open source contribution you do, there is something to learn, there is something you're actually contributing to the community, which will be helping out a lot of people. You're actually contributing to an open code base, working with people, gathering experience. So yeah, none of your open source experiences actually go to waste. But yeah, of course, like if you're here for the program, if you want to crack the program, your PRs actually matter. Your contributions to your organization, your contributions, um, like the maintainers need to see your contributions. This is what I mean. Yeah. So try to choose an, this is an insider tip. I guess. Yeah. So try to choose an organization that has been repeating itself for a past few years, right? So yeah, like for example, Angor is an organization which had repeated itself the past year. It came under the name Blockcore, I guess. Like its parent organization actually came, and Angor is just a subsidiary of Blockcore. That's basically the same thing. The parent organization comes, another subsidiary comes. That's basically the same thing, right? Albi and Arc are. I will be going through organizations once. Okay, Albi and Arc are organizations that I guess are newly added to this. This was kind of a documentation organization that instead of actual coding in this organization, they were like go through this dog, go through that dog. So this is kind of a research organization, I would say. I have no idea about Albi. I didn't explore Albi. Yeah, another important thing. There are two tracks at SOB, right? One is the developer track and one is the designer track. So choose your track properly. If you are a developer, you have a chance at SOB. If you are a designer, you also have a chance at SOB. You can also apply for both the tracks as well. Yeah. So like choose your track properly. And the designer track, okay, roughly this year, I guess, there were 26 organizations that appeared at SOB, and each of these organizations, if you take a rough estimate, two projects per organization, I guess. Let's take this a rough estimate, okay? Two projects per organization. So that's like 46 ideas. 46 is a low number. Let us assume 60 project ideas came, okay? Out of 60 project ideas, there will be like only four designer ideas. Okay, so the designer ideas are very less as compared to that of the developer ideas. So if you're in the designer track, be sure that you are like the best of the best. Okay, be sure, like be absolutely sure in your work, like because there are also a lot of designers that appear for this program, and the designer competition, I guess, is much more fierce than that of the developer contribution, because the project ideas are limited, the organizations are limited. There are very few organizations that appeared in the design track. So yeah, if you're in the designer track, keep your contributions fierce. Okay. And like be actually active in the community. What I mean to say. Okay. So yeah. BDK. Now this is an important organization. This has been repeating itself, I guess, from the start of SOB. Like in all the iterations of SOB, BDK has been a permanent organization, and this is actually the Bitcoin development kit. Okay, so this is kind of an important organization. Bitcoin Dev project is again a designer project. Bitcoin Fuzz is something, I guess, it came in the previous iteration of SOB, and it came again in this iteration of SOB. This is a new org. This is a new org. This is a new org. The set is a new org. This set is as well a new org. Fediment. Fediment is again another organization. I guess it's been repeated this time, the third time. Like it has been repeating itself for the past two iterations of SOB. So yeah, what you can see is every year SOB increases its list of organizations. SOB is adding more and more organizations to its cause. But the organizations that have been repeating itself for like the course of 2 or 3 years, they are also repeated in this iteration as well. So this is what I mean. Actually, LND is again another important org. Uh, this is in Golang, okay, and this has also been repeating itself for quite a long time. Okay, Lightning Network is also same. Yeah, yeah, and rest I guess. Zeus came in the previous iteration of GSOC as well. Zeus, I guess this is the second time for Zeus. Yeah, most of the organizations you see are repeated in the earlier iteration of SOB as well. So yeah, right now, if you are like interested in contributing to SOB at this moment only, like if you are interested in going through code bases, I would suggest go through past organizations, past programs organizations, and try to like, what should I say, like scale out, like figure out which organizations are repeating, like do some educated guess. This is what I mean. At this point you can do only this, like making an educated guess. This organization has appeared for this iteration of GSOC. Maybe it can come in my iteration of GSOC as well, right? Okay. And if you do not have the list of organizations for the 2025 program, I don't think they will be giving out this list of organizations right now. You can drop a text below. I will be sure to add the list of organizations. Of course, I will not be adding all the details. That will take a lot of work. I will be just adding the list and the names of the organizations that have come in this iteration of SOB, right? So yeah. So yeah, right now make an educated guess. This organization, and also a guess based on which organization you're comfortable at working at, which tech stack you're comfortable at working at. Trust me, if you have like learned Python, if you're like a beginner, okay, if you're like an absolute beginner, you have just learned Python a few days back, Rust is not the language for you. Rust is not the code base for you. A Rust code base, a Golang code base is not the right choice for you. Okay, you might think I will be, yeah, no problem. I will be going through this. No, it's just putting extra pressure on yourself. Like, if you are just an absolute beginner, you can try out the TypeScript code bases first, then move on to Rust and Golang. And once you have a proper firm grasp of that, you can move on to the Rust and Golang code bases, right? So yeah, choose the organizations properly. This is what I mean. And the earlier you make the choice, it's better. And even if your chosen organization doesn't come to this iteration of ASOP, you will always have a proper working idea of open source, and that is what actually matters. Okay, if you're an experienced developer, if you're an experienced open source developer, if you have the idea of how to make proper PRs in an organization, then no matter how late you join an open source organization, I joined SOB pretty late. Okay, I was busy with some other commitments at that time, and I joined SOB when the organizations had been released, and 3 weeks after the organizations had been released actually. Yeah, so yeah, if you know your way around open source, if you know how to actually make PRs that pick up the attention of the maintainers, that actually contribute to the code base, actually mean something to the community, you are always welcome, no matter the time. Okay, but the earlier you make the choice, the better it is always. So yeah, go through the past organizations at present. Enough about the enough about like what you should do. Like now, let me like really get into the SOP process. Okay, so yeah, this might be a bit long. This video might be a bit long. Bear with me. I will be explaining the entire process thoroughly and step by step, and also like adding links and stuff over here. Okay, right? So yeah, to begin with, let me add the link to the blog firstly over here. I would suggest all of you guys do check out this blog. It's a must. Like, okay, if you're contributing to SOB, do check out this blog. The next thing, okay, now we'll be moving with a blog only. This is an introduction. I have given you a far better introduction in the video. Yeah, discovering summer of Bitcoin. This is something you can go through in the blog itself. Nothing to explain over here. Okay, I came to know about summer of Bitcoin mainly through my college seniors. So yeah, communicate with your seniors in college. They are the most helpful always. Let me move on to the application process. Yeah, so the initial application process in SOB is basically filling out a form. Okay, you need to do nothing. You need to actually do nothing. It's not a lengthy application. It's not a what should I say, very dangerous application. It's just a simple form you need to fill out your name. uh, if I'm remembering correctly, they would take your name, they would take your address, your GitHub link, or like it's a must, of course, your GitHub link, your LinkedIn link, your meaningful open source contributions. This is something that GitHub, that what should I say, Summer of Bitcoin wants. Okay, your meaningful open source contributions. And the problem in this is that if you have a lot of meaningful open source contributions, like you have a lot of nice PRs, okay, and you want to show all of this to them, like you want to showcase all your PRs to them, right? But the text box which they provide you, it can only take up one link at a time. So yeah, either you put up your best PR over there, or what you can do is what I did. This is actually my portfolio website, and what I did was I just made a simple page of notable open source contributions, added all the all the open source contributions, like all the PRs which I thought were important, which I thought were some noteworthy PRs. I added them over here, and I copied, and I like basically pasted this link over there. So yeah, all of my PRs are one single place. There is no restriction of how you can send them your PRs. You just need to send them your PRs. Another thing you can do is make a Google sheet, make a Google doc, add all your PRs over there, just add the link over there. Okay, but I thought this was because I was applying for the developer track, right? So this is a developer thing to do, making I just made a web page and added all my important open source contributions and gave them the link. Yeah, so yeah, that's it, I guess, for the application round. No, and yeah, another thing you need to fill out is why you want to contribute to SOB. That's a question they ask. Fill it out properly. Uh, Write your reasons why you want to contribute to SOB. Yeah, of course, don't write the reason I will be getting paid in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a fancy thing. I want to have a token. Yeah, don't write all those. uh, Write something meaningful, right? Of course, you guys can figure it out what to write in the thing. So yeah, after that, okay, after the initial application round, what you will be doing is waiting. Yeah, basically you guys will be waiting for, I guess, 1 to 2 weeks, I guess. I'm not sure. I forgot the exact timeline, I guess. Yeah, so after filling out the initial application, you guys will be waiting, and after that, you will be receiving a mail like this. Like if you are selected for the bootcamp, okay. So SOB is an open source program which like cuts out people from the very beginning. Okay, from the very beginning of the program, they start cutting out people. So like if, for an example, 20,000 people are filling out an application, they will be rolling out initial selection mails for 10,000. Like they cut the number to half and the initial round only. So make sure you have your application properly filled out, right? You have your proper notable open source contributions and that link which you will be providing. You have your resume properly updated and the latest resume, and that resume should also have some contributions related to the projects that are appearing at SOP, like Rust related projects or Golang related projects, like the code bases, like the programming languages in which the SOP code bases are actually written. Yeah, so that's an important thing. Like have your resume filled out with projects whose tech stack is actually what the tech stack that is being used at um, SOB, right? Like the programs that are coming at SOB. So yeah, like the organizations that are coming at SOB. Sorry. So yeah, basically there is that. And if you're like, if you have an active GitHub profile, if you have made sufficient open source contributions, like these guys are not here for like selecting anyone. Okay, these guys need to make sure you can actually contribute, and you will be contributing something meaningful to the program and to the organization you will be working at, right? So you need to have a proper GitHub profile, an active GitHub profile, to make them realize that you are just not here for the fun. You will be actually contributing and you're serious about what you're doing, right? So have an active GitHub profile. That's another tip. Like your GitHub profile should be green. Yeah, like the green dot matters. Yeah. So yeah, have an active GitHub profile. So this is a phase you do not need to worry about much. Most of the people clear out this phase. There are some, of course, who do not clear out this phase. There is just a tip. There is just one tip for this. Have an active GitHub profile. Have an updated resume. Have an updated open source contribution link, which provides you with all the notable open source contributions, right? Have all those three things, you're good to go for this. So yeah, this mail is basically congratulations, you're invited to Summer of Bitcoin 2025 bootcamp and blah blah blah. These are all the stuff. Yeah, some important things in this mail is that they provide you with some course contents. This is Grokking Bitcoin. This is a book about Bitcoin. Everything. This book is basically, you can say, the Bible for this organization, right? The Bible for Web3, the Bible for decentralization, everything. Yeah. So I would say go through this book. This is a pretty large book, right? I didn't go through this book the whole. Yeah, but I went through the important topics in this book. So yeah, if you have the time, go through this book. Go through this book properly. Like, you can find it anywhere. You can find it on Google. You can find it on GitHub. Anywhere you can find it. Go through this book properly. You will have a proper working idea of how things actually work in the Web3 line, how things actually work in the decentralization field. So yeah, grokking Bitcoin is an important thing. This is I'm not sure about. I didn't watch this. Okay, so yeah, okay. Dive into the exclusive video lectures. Sorry, this is grokking Bitcoin in the video format. Right, if you are not a, like a, what should I say, like a reading person, you can always watch the videos over here. These are chunks of the videos the author itself has provided you with. Yeah, the most important thing in this mail, right? I would say the most important thing in this mail is the Discord server. Join the Discord server compulsorily. This will be the most important thing you will be having in SOB throughout the entire course of SOB. This link is, I guess, active for a period of 3 days or so. And this is the most important thing you will be doing in your entire SOB. Your entire SOB is dependent on your Discord server. All of the announcements you will be getting are on the Discord server. All of the peers you will be connecting with, uh, they are in the Discord server, right? Any help you will be needing from the maintainers, from the organizers, from your peers, they are all in the Discord server. So yeah, joining the Discord is compulsory. Join it compulsorily. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. And after you clear the application round, you will be getting a mail like this. Okay, I had applied for the developer track, of course, so you will be getting this mail, Summer of Bitcoin developer track. And yeah, let's move on to the blog right now. I want to move with the blog. I want to see if I have written anything before that phase, like the assignment phase. The application process, yeah, links to super helpful resources and an invite to the Discord server. Yeah, please join this Discord server. Okay, this is a lifesaver. Trust me. One of my friend didn't join the Discord server. Yeah, that like she repented it every day. She only wanted to join the Discord server. Yeah. Okay. So the assignment phase. Yeah, I moved on to the assignment phase. Okay. So what happens in the assignment phase is this. Summer of Bitcoin, what did I say? Like, Summer of Bitcoin initially, like, takes a chunk of contributors in the initial application period. What they do is cut the contributor count by half in the application period itself. They roll out mails to the other half, and from the other half as well, they roll out assignments which you need to solve over the course of a month. Like, there are 4 assignments which are spanned over a course of entire month, like 4 assignments, 4 weeks, like that. And only the person solving all of these 4 assignments properly is moved on to the next round in SOB, like the organization round. That is where your organizations will be declared to you, right? You have no access to your organizations at this point of time. Think of this as an audition round for SOB. You're not selected for SOB. The initial application round means nothing. It's just a resume shortlisting round. Think of it like that. Okay, your resume has been shortlisted. The resume shortlisting round is over. You have now moved on to the auction round. You are not a part of SOB at this point still. Okay, you have no access to organizations, you have no access to proposals, you have no access to the maintainers of the organizations, nothing at all, just your assignments. Okay, so you are basically given 4 assignments spread out over the time period of 4 weeks. Each week is an assignment, and solving one assignment properly means you're moving on to the next assignment. And if you have solved all of the assignments properly, you will be moving on to the next round, that is a proposal round. So yeah, uh, let me show you guys something in much more detail right now. Let me see if I still have those assignments, right? Mm, yeah, I have those. Let me give you an example. Okay. So what actually happens in this assignment is these assignments are hosted on GitHub Classroom, right? These assignments are hosted on GitHub Classroom, and on clicking on the start challenge button, you will be redirected to the GitHub Classroom page. You need to accept the assignment from there, and yeah, you need to accept the assignment from there, and basically they create a forked repo for you. It's a by default forked repo. You do not need to fork the repo which you are being provided by the GitHub Classroom. You just need to clone it locally. Yeah, the repo is entirely pre-built, like all the dependencies installed, all of the necessary, the entire structure is provided by Summer of Bitcoin. What they do not provide is a main.rs file over here. Just a second. Yeah, the main.rs file. Yeah, this is a file they will like probably comment out with something like this: write your entire code here, write your entire assignment here, and stuff like that. So yeah, this is a thing that is not chalked out by the SOB. The entire thing is being provided by SOB, all the files. Then think of it as a pre-built repo. They are providing you with a file missing in it, and you are the one who needs to fix that file to pass all the tests, right? And that is your assignment. The entire assignment will be like defined properly in the readme of the same GitHub repository, and you need to follow that and just code the entire thing, like basically fill out the main.rs file in most of the assignments, and you need to pass all the tests. Okay, and once you pass all the tests locally, you just need to push the entire thing onto your GitHub repository. The GitHub Classroom bot will then grade your assignment, and unless and until you aren't graded 100 out of 100 on an assignment, do not move on to the next assignment. All of these 4 assignments are like available to you all at once. Okay, you can solve all of the assignments in the first week itself. If you are a pro developer, you can solve all of the assignments throughout the entire course of a month if you are a beginner, right? That's really up to you. But yeah, after you submit each and every assignment, do check out the GitHub Classroom bot actions tab. Okay, check out that you have 100 out of 100 on an assignment before moving on to the next, because all 100 out of 100 on assignments means you can move on to the proposal round, not before that, right? And during our tenure of during our iteration of Summer of Bitcoin, the week 4 wasn't compulsory, because a lot of kids were having their a lot of students sorry a lot of students were having their end semester examinations, their unit test examinations and stuff like that. So yeah, they didn't make the week 4. They didn't make the week 4 like compulsory. All the other weeks like week 1, week 2 and week 3 were compulsory, right? So yeah, okay. That meant like solving week 1 properly, week 2 properly and week 3 properly meant we can move on to the proposal round. That might not be the scenario for you guys. You guys might need to solve all of the 4 weeks before you can move on to the proposal round. That was something that happened in our iteration of in our iteration of SOB, specific. Like week 4 wasn't compulsory for us, but nevertheless I solved week 4 and submitted week 4 just to be on the safe side, because a lot of people were doing it on Discord. Like there was an entire discussion going on in Discord, like whether should we solve week 4 or whether should we not solve week 4, because the maintainers say that it wasn't like compulsory, but there were some maintainers who thought of it as a test, like whether how dedicated you are to the entire Summer of Bitcoin program. I remember there was this one kid who was like ranting on in the Discord channel, like, bro, this is a test from the maintainers. They just need to check whether we are dedicated students or not. And solving week 4 meant that dedication, and not solving week 4 meant like we are not dedicated enough to the program. Yeah, that's technically all. What should I say? I can't curse in an online video. Yeah, that's a technically wrong information, right? That's a technically wrong information. Do not trust in all of this. I got afraid. You don't get afraid if something happens in your what should I say, iteration as well. I got afraid and solved week 4. Yeah, no need to be afraid. If the what the maintainer is saying is standing, yeah, what the maintainer is saying is absolutely like follow the thing like your Bible, right? If he's saying week 4 isn't compulsory, if he's saying week 3 isn't compulsory, just solve till week 2. There is no need to pressurize yourself, right? So yeah, follow your maintainers instructions properly. There will be a lot of people ranting around in the Discord servers, bro do this, bro do that. It's best you just take up what's necessary for you and not listen to all of the guys out there. Yeah, that was something I didn't do. I got afraid and I solved, and then I went ahead and solved week 4. there was no need. Later I found out people getting selected for ASOB who hadn't solved week 4, like literally they hadn't solved week 4. So yeah, there is no need to worry if the maintainer is saying you something. That's the most important thing. Follow you like follow the guidance of your maintainers. Follow the the ASOB maintainer in this case, right? Follow the ASOB maintainer is Adi. If you I don't know, you might know him. Yeah. Follow the guidance of your SOB maintainers, follow the instructions of your SOB maintainers, follow the announcements of your SOB maintainers, right? No need to hear any kind of assignment from any other group or any other Discord server. That's the thing. So yeah, after this, you need to successfully submit all of the 3 assignments. I had successfully submitted all of the 3 assignments, week 1, week 2, week 3. I had submitted week 4 as well, right? Uh, I I can show you like how the GitHub classroom assignments look like, but I'm not sure like I'm authorized to show that, because like once we had completed the assignments, the GitHub people like really wanted us not to push those repositories publicly. They wanted to keep those repositories private only, and they told us not to like push out those repositories publicly. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, I don't think I am authorized to show that, right? So I will not be showing that, just to be on the safe side. But yeah, it's pretty much I explained a GitHub Classroom assignment which is being checked and graded by the GitHub Classroom bot. Make sure that you have 100 out of 100 on a on the GitHub Classroom assignment, and you're good to go. So yeah, after completing all of the week's assignments, if be sure be absolutely sure you're not copying from someone else, right? Taking help from your peers, taking help from the maintainers, asking for help on the community itself, on the general channel of the community itself, is something you can absolutely do. That is about open source, right? You can help out your peers, you can help out the whatever doubt is coming, just throw that out in the general channel, right? You can do that. Don't be that guy who's like texting people, bro, just send me the code. I can't code shit, just send me the code, right? Don't be that guy. Seriously, don't be that guy, because what should I say, like if that guy goes out and complains about you, I don't know, that's a very low thing to do. But yeah, there are people like that also, and that's a low thing for you to also ask for his code, like bro, just send me the code. Yeah, that's a low thing for you. You're not like respecting the spirit of open source. You need to like ask out your errors first, solve your errors first, debug your own errors first, right? That's how you learn. So yeah, don't be that guy who's just going out and asking code. And if that guy actually complains about you with a proper screenshot of the SOB maintainer, you are getting debarred from the organization. There are people who got debarred from the organization. Yeah, trust me, there are people who got debarred, right? There was just people who were like continuously spamming the maintainers. I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't clone the repository properly, I can't set up the build repository, I can't set up the build properly. Yeah, don't do that as well. Try to figure out things on your own. You're a grown kid up, right? Okay, the maintain like don't spam the maintainers. You can always ask help from them. Don't be like that guy, bro, just set up my repo. Yeah, you can't do that to a maintainer. He's of course yeah, he is a busy person. He's just like laying around and trying and like free to set up your repo, right? Be ask help, but ask help sincerely and in a polite manner. Don't be also rude over there, right? These are all the tips. And yeah, don't get debarred, bro. Like literally don't get debarred. That's a very mean thing. Like that's a very bad thing as well. Like I think you're debarred from SOB for life. Like you can't apply to the next iteration of SOB itself, like unless and until you make out a new Gmail account, right? So yeah, don't get debarred. Don't go about and ask for code, and properly follow all the ethics of the open source organizations, all the announcements, all the rules of SOB, and you're not getting debarred. Okay, that's a extreme thing that can happen to you, right? So yeah, okay. After that, you will be given with your login details, your login credentials, and then yeah, this thing. After you have successfully created, like after you've successfully submitted all of your ASP assignments, all the 3 assignments, this is the mail that will be reaching you if you are selected, and there is also going to be a plague check on the assignment solution you are submitting. So yeah, if you are like copy pasting from someone, you are easily detectable in a plague check. Both guys are at loss, right? So yeah, after all of the plague checks and stuff like that, this is the mail that will be reaching you. Okay, let's go through this mail properly, right? Round 1, April 5 to April 7, register your interest in up to 3 project ideas that match your skills and passion. uh, Aggregate counts of how many applicants choose each project, which will be visible to those who registered at least one project after round 1. Okay. uh, Basically, these are not important. Login and stuff like that. Round 2, adjust your choices if you wish, add or remove the projects. Again, you can keep up to 3 project ideas, no further changes, and only submit proposals in the by the end of round 2. And then is your proposal submission. This is nothing but they are like giving you the deadline. And if you have your own project idea, yeah, I am saying, I will be saying something regarding this as well. I will be saying something regarding this as well, yeah. And yeah, no, nothing else. So I guess you guys have a proper you guys had a proper read of the mail. If you want, I will be attaching the mail in the what Notion doc as well. Yeah, I will be attaching the mail in the Notion doc as well. Let me do check out if you guys can open this link actually, and like okay, like open this link actually and serve the organizations. If it's something you can, then do. Yeah. And what should I, yeah, tell me if you need this mail. Okay. Drop in the comments. I will be attaching it as well in the Notion doc. I will be publicly sharing this. No worries. So yeah. Okay. Just a little water break. I will be back in a second, guys. Okay, I'm back. What you can do is, I will be giving you guys this timestamp. I'm very sorry. I needed water. Yeah. So I will be giving you guys this timestamp. It's hard for me to edit such a large video because I don't have any proper editing software with me. Also, I can't show you guys my face, which is a very irritating thing. I am telling you, like, I am just saying things like a robot from the other side of the screen. It's better to have a face as well, right? And I do not have that kind of recording software as well. I am using Mac's native recording software. I do not have any kind of software for making videos, right? Do drop out a better software name, right? Like, do drop out any software name, not a better software name. I'm not using any kind of software. I'm using Mac's native recording thing. Yeah, do drop out a software name for video recording and stuff like that. And in something where I can actually show my face to you guys. I need that thing. It's irritating. Anyways, yeah, I will be giving you guys this timestamp. Do skip out, right? Please skip out. It's an awkward minute of silence in between. Okay. Let's move on to the video. Let's move progress with the video. So what I was saying is that I will be explaining you this around to you guys. What happens actually is this list of organizations will be available to you guys. Okay. And when you click on any of this, let me click on Angor only. Okay, just a second. Okay, right now you can see registered applicants 13, right? You can see total applicants that had lastly, like finally registered for Angor with 13. Okay, what initially you will have is a registered button over here, like for each of the, like, go into each of the organizations. For each of the organizations under each project, you will be having a small registered button. Register to the project if you are willing to contribute to that project, right? Register to the project if you are willing to contribute to the project. And that's like a temporary registration for week 1. Okay, after week 1, you will be shown how many guys have actually registered in that particular project ID of your organization to maximize your chances of selection. This is something Summer of Bitcoin does, and it's actually very good. They want to maximize the number of people who can actually get selected and not flock into one idea. Like, imagine a scenario, there is a project and that has at least that has like 100 applicants to it, and there is another project that doesn't like what should I say, that has 2 applicants in it, and there are 100 good candidates, like 100 candidates who can do development at a very high skill, at a very high level, flocked in one organization under one project idea, because that's a very good project idea. And in the second project idea, there are only 2 people who, what should I say, like don't know development to that skill, to that level, or like are not a proper fit for contributing to SOB this year. They might be getting the chance, they might be getting the SOB internship that year, and not the best developer who has been crowded in that like 100 developers thing. Yeah, so this is something they do, like after you have registered for the project idea, okay, and after the round 1 ends, no need to fear, that project idea is not your final project idea. You can switch your choices, till like in round 2 is basically switching your choices, okay. So yeah, after round 1, your project ideas are not finalized, those are just your temporary project ideas. Choose your project ideas properly. Later in the video I will be sharing with you guys on how to choose the project ideas as well, on how to efficiently make a choice of the project ideas. Yeah, I will be going through that as well, no need to worry. The tips and tricks I followed in choosing those project ideas, I will be going through that as well. Yeah, so choose your project ideas, register in those project ideas, and what you guys can see after round 1 ends is that the number of candidates, the number of applicants who have actually registered for your idea. So yeah, that's a big like if people are flocking into your project, if people are flocking into a repository, and if you feel like you are at a backhand, you are at a mediocre level, right? Like uh, I don't mean this in the wrong way, like if you feel your chances are getting curbed by the increasing number of applicants in your projects, do leave the project. Don't get attached to any project at first, at beginning, right? Be sure to switch, be open to switch to between projects, right? You need to maximize your chances of selection, right, in this case, okay. And to be very honest, in India everything is a rat race, okay. Everything is a rat race. Every competitive exam you give is a rat race, every programs that happen is a rat race. So there will be people flocking onto your project ideas, okay. There will be a lot of people flocking onto your project ideas, right. There will be last minute developers who come into your project ideas, submit a lot of PRs, submit a lot of good quality PRs, okay, and like curb your entire 6 month of work you had done, like like you had been the person who was active in the community for the entire 6 months, submitted a lot of PRs. There was this guy who comes in the last minute, submit more PRs than you, because he's just an experienced dev. He is probably in some company as well, you may not know. This is an open source program, anyone can join, right. He may be a company, he may be an employee at a company having 15 plus years of experience. He comes in your report last minute, submits a lot of PRs, and just bags away with the SOB, what should I say, like the internship. Or yeah, that happens as well. So yeah, don't get too attached to this thing. It's just an open source program, for make your primary focus on open source contributions, right. So yeah, after round 1 ends, what you will be seeing is the total number of registered applicants in this, right. the yeah, this is an UI UX idea. So yeah, this obviously has a large number of applicants in it. This is because it's an easy idea, just a UI UX idea. So yeah, nothing easy, nothing tough, but it's like attracts a lot of more candidates. Like what should I say, it attracts um, experienced devs as well as the beginner devs, because if you are a beginner dev, you have, I guess, mostly started with front end only, I guess, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, okay. So this is what you can do after round 1. View your project ideas. Okay. Now what will happen is, I guess, I can show you guys. Yeah, these were my final choices, right. This was my final choice. So yeah, after round 1 you will be finding blocks of all your ideas over here with the number of registered applicants in it, right. Initially I had chosen Breeze, Galoy, and Angor. I guess I was attached to Angor from the very beginning. I didn't there were a lot of people in my Angor project as well in the beginning, like after round 1 ended there were like 35 applicants in Angor, I guess. And there was also 35 applicants in Breeze, but I dropped Breeze. I didn't drop out Angor because I liked Angor's code base, to be very honest. So yeah, okay. Don't do that. Don't get attached to any project. If your project is getting flocked up by people, just leave on the project and move on to a better one, which has a less number of applicants. That is something I did. That is something which you will not do, right? So yeah, uh, okay. But I got selected in Angor only. But yeah, that depends on a lot of factors. To maximize your chances, it's better if you move on to a different project if your project is getting flocked up. Okay, so after round one ends, you can see the total number of registered candidates for your projects as well. And if you then browse through the organizations, if you then browse through the entirety of the organizations. Okay, I will be resuming the video. I'm sorry, I went out for a short break as well. Yeah, so this portion of the video might not be in sync, but yeah, bear with it. So what I was saying, I was talking about the organizations, right? Yeah. So yeah, I was talking about the proposal rounds. Yeah. So yeah, after the initial first round of proposal, you will be finding out that um just a second. Huh. You will be finding out that the you can see the total number of the registered candidates for that particular project, and based on that, you can like change your project ideas or modify your project idea if you want to switch to another project idea because your uh, idea has a lot of contributors flocking in. So yeah, that is the thing you can do. And round one selections and aren't compulsory as I have like what should I say, like round one selections aren't final, not compulsory, like as I've told earlier in my video. It is round two that matters actually. So round one basically gives an idea how many people are actually thinking of contributing to the same idea of the project at the same time, right? So yeah, now let's move on to round two. Round two spans out for a period of 2 days, I guess. Yeah, round one was April 5 to April 7, and round two was April 12 to April 14, right? This is the period of time they take for like to properly display all the registered candidates in the particular organization. And in the round to April 12 to April 14, you're free to like what should I say, alter your choices, right? You're free to alter your choices and choose different project ideas if you think you're not comfortable in an earlier project idea, or if you want to change a project idea because there is a lot of people flocking in your project idea at the same time. So yeah, this is what round 2 is for changing a project ideas, for modifying your project idea to something better, something good you think of. Yeah, so that's actually what's round 2 for. And yeah, I would suggest you that if you are in if you are you have actually selected a project for round 1, and it has a lot of candidates flocking in at the same time, that there is a lot of registered candidates, you seeing that there are 150 1 2 there was this project idea I saw there were like 65 registered candidates in it. So yeah, that there is no need of you to to like be an additional flock in the project. Yeah, they take it take it as like if you are new to this blockchain development thing, if you're not a super experienced developer with like 10 plus years, 15 plus years of experience, I think it's better, like you can call this an insider tip, right? I think it's better for you to move on to a different project area, right? Because think of it as this, like if there are 60 developers flocking in one project idea, there might be one or two developers who are actually better at what you will be doing, right? And there will be some people who will be making better proposals than you will actually do as a beginner. So yeah, of course their idea will get selected and yours will not. And so like it's a better option to move on to a different project idea having low number of contributors in it, like 4 to 5 contributors in it, getting that project idea, and you might be the best developer there, and this is how your chances are maximized, to be honest. So yeah, another important tip, like this is a very important tip, I will be adding the timestamp for this as well. I will be adding this tip over in this doc as well, right? This is a super important tip. Like, do choice project ideas which have a niche technology, right? This is something that worked like magically for me. Do choose of project ideas which have a niche technology. Normally you will see like in open source organizations like in GSOC and other stuff, Rust based projects, Golang based projects, okay, these are all considered niche code bases in GSOC and another open source organizations, because most of the projects in those organizations have Projects which are in types, which are in older technologies, like they are actually in C, C++, Java, Python, you name it, TypeScript, React, front-end projects, back-end heavy projects, and those back-end are built in like years old technology like PHP, and stuff like that. Python, yeah, Python backend, PHP backend. Very few projects are in other open source organizations. You will find that there are actually very few projects which are having a Rust backend or a Golang backend, and therefore these are considered niche in those open source organizations, and there will be actually a low number of contributors, actually low number of contributors in the having like what should I say, like low number of contributors in these projects which are having these as their code bases, right, in these projects. So yeah, but this is not the case for SOB. This is absolutely the different case for SOB. For SOB, Rust and Golang is the most common language you're gonna find, like Rust and Golang. Okay, this is the most common language you're gonna find in all of the repositories over here. Like each and every repository you scroll, let me give you a working example. Like this is a designer project, Rust and Go. Okay, Rust, shell, like let's pick up the most dominant language in the code base. I'm talking about the most dominant language in the code base, right? This project is in Rust and Go, this project is in Rust, this is in Rust and Go. Okay, this is a design project, this is in Rust. Okay, React, no one is contributing at React. Most of the ideas that come are some of Bitcoin related ideas, decentralization related ideas, or what should I say, like Web3 related ideas. So though they will be in Rust, like the main framework of the idea, right? They will be not like front end related ideas or stuff like that. So yeah, this is actually the all the languages which have been used in this organization. Let's pick the most dominant language, Rust. This is a front end based project. Okay, this will have a lot of contributors in it, because beginners flock in it as well, experienced devs flock in it as well, designers sometimes flock in it as well if they have applied for the developer track, because most of the designers are comfortable with front end, right? React and TypeScript, yeah. If basically anyone is comfortable with React and TypeScript and front end kind of things. This is in Rust. Okay, this is in C. This can be a niche, right? This is a niche. This is in C. People will not be contributing in C, right? This is in Rust. This is in Rust. Again a front end. This is in Rust. Go, Python. Yeah, Python. Okay, Rust, Go, Rust, Python. Okay, another thing about Python is that Python cannot be said as a niche, right? However, like there are people who actually code a lot in Python. There are a lot number of Python devs. If you see practically, there are a lot of Rust projects over here, but there will be developers who are more in Python. Okay, Python developer community is far greater than that of the Rust developer community, the Go developer community. So there will be people flocking in the Python projects, even though it's a niche in this kind of organizations under SOB, right? Okay, very few Bitcoin projects are in Python. So yeah, it can be said as a niche, it cannot be said as a niche depending on which angle you're taking to. I would say it's not a niche, because there will be a lot of developers in this two project ideas having Python as the main primary framework language. This is a design, this is a design, this is a front end project, this is a front end project, this is Rust. So yeah, as you can see, and yeah, let me now say you this. Angor, what you see is C sharp, right? React is its front end portion, let's not focus on that. C sharp. Another niche we saw was C, right? Okay, so my most important, like this is kind of the most important tip I will be giving throughout the blog. My primary motive for choosing the organizations was picking up a niche project idea under a niche organization where members will not be flocking. Okay, most of the developers over here who are contributing at SOB think of it as like this. Even though Rust and Golang are niche programming languages, most of the developers over here are comfortable in Rust and Golang. Otherwise, they wouldn't have applied for SOB. Okay, like there are people who are applying for SOB even though they do not have a working knowledge about Rust and Golang, but that's like the lower quarter of the 20%, right? Okay, that's the lower quarter of the 20% of the people who are actually registering for SOB. Let's like think of it like this. If 100 people are contributing to SOB, 20 of them are not serious, 20 of them are just filled out the application for fun. Let's cut out the 20%. Okay, you're remaining with 80%. 70% of the people are actually comfortable in Rust and Golang, or have a working knowledge of Rust and Golang, and can like navigate their way through Rust and Golang better than you can do if you do not know Rust and Golang. Yeah, that's a different thing. So yeah, as you can see, there is no one who will be contributing to Bitcoin initially without knowing Rust. You go to YouTube videos, you go to blogs, everywhere there is Rust and Rust for Bitcoin, for Web3, for blockchain development. So if you are in these fields, it's like it's saying you are in the UI field, you are in the front end field, but you do not know JavaScript. You are in the front end field, you do not know how to work with React, right? It's like the most popular framework out there. You may know Vue, you may know other frameworks as well, but it's like saying you are in the front end domain, you do not know how to work with React, you do not know what is JavaScript. So it's like the same thing. You are in the decentralization domain, you're in the Bitcoin blockchain domain, and you do not know how to work with Rust. That sounds absurd, right? So yeah, most of the developers who are coming here are comfortable in Rust and Golang. Think of it like that. So these are not the niche in this case. And now C sharp. No, most of the developers are not comfortable in C sharp, right? C. Most of the developers are not comfortable in C. They do not. They on a scale probability of 1 to 10, it may be a 90% probability they have coded in Rust and Golang for Bitcoin related projects. It may be a 10% probability they have actually coded in C sharp or C for the blockchain projects. It may be a 20% probability. Let's take it. They have coded in C because C is used as well. C sharp is not used. How often do you have like watched YouTube videos or scroll through blogs which are using C sharp as their primary code based language? I literally I after saying this I searched through YouTube. I personally searched through YouTube. I found zero videos. I found zero videos of and zero blogs of people actually coding in C sharp for blockchain or Web3 or Bitcoin related things. Right. So this is a unique niche which you can find here. So yeah, when your organization comes out, scroll through each and every of the organization, scroll through each and every of the project ideas, and try to pick out the niche. What is the niche in your current flock of organizations? Try to pick that out. People will not be flocking in that, and even if people are flocking in that, they will be gradually dropping that idea because it's not their domain. And like most of the people are, what should I say, like are afraid to step out of the comfort zone in that very short period of time. You will be getting a period of like, what should I say, 15 days after the organizations are released. You will be getting a period of 15 days for submitting a proposals after the organizations are released. So it's like hard for someone, and it's and what should I say, most of the people in that 10 year or 15 days think that it will be a bit overwhelming for them. It can be a bit overwhelming for them, and they will not switch their code bases from Rust to C sharp. Okay, that's how like the majority of the things work. So yeah, this is a tip from my side to all of you guys. Try to pick out a niche, even if you have to put on the extra effort, which I had to do. Like I had to put in that extra effort to go through C sharp documents really fast. I used to stay up like 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, going through docs, going through C sharp programs to like what should I say, like to get myself familiarized with the code base, and actually contribute to Anchor. So yeah, that's a thing. If you can pick up that extra work, if you have the like if you what should I say, like um, if you're willing to do that extra work for your SOP, please do that. That's a very important thing. Like pick your niche, pick up the nichest organization possible. People will not be flocking in that, and even if people are flocking in that, they will be probably gradually dropping their idea because most people are afraid to step out of the comfort zone. Okay, so yeah, keep this in mind. Most of the people, even if you think Rust and Golang are big short things and niche technologies, most of the people registering for Summer of Bitcoin are well versed in Rust and Golang. So they will be picking up Rust and Golang organizations. Pick up organizations which have a niche. Okay, yeah, that's the actual tip. And there's a reason I picked this up and not the C organization. Well, this idea didn't resonate properly with me, to be very honest, and this needed some hardware coding, and I'm not a big fan of hardware. Uh, so yeah, I refrain from this. This needed stuff to do with IoT or something. Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of IoT as well. So I stayed away from this idea, to be very honest. So I didn't pick this up. But yeah, I considered this idea till the very last. It was in my, like, what should I say, like top three organizations I would choose. So yeah, yeah, that's what I need to say. Like pick up the nichest organizations, then also apply your own logic that whether you will be loving to do it throughout the entire course of summer, because you need to stick with the project for the entire summer. Just don't pick up anything that looks fancy and that looks niche and you do not actually want to contribute in it, because even after getting SOB, then you will not be able to finish the project, and that's a very very bad thing. Okay, that's a very bad impression on the community, on the organizations, on the entire SOB thing, on the entire SOB process, not completing your project. So yeah, pick something responsibly and pick something niche. That's the that's the tip I can give. That's the most important tip I can give actually. Okay, there is that. Okay, let's make this video till 1.5 hours. After this I will be making a new video. I do not want to keep videos like super long, right? People got bored easily. So yeah, let's keep this video till 1.5 hours. I will be making a part 2 after that. Okay, so what was I saying? Hi, round 2. So in round 2 you will be altering your choices, you will be making new choices for the organizations depending on your like use your brain, make educated guesses what can be a long shot in the future, which organization you will be willing to contribute to, and which project idea will have a less number of contributors, and which project idea is actually niche. Keep all of those things in mind and choose your project ideas, right? Okay, make the final choice of the project ideas and click on that and hit that final register button. You can unregister and re-register till the last date for round 2, but yeah, after that all your field project ideas get fixed, right? Let me show you now. Organizations, sorry, this is this thing, my projects. Okay, at the end of round 2 I had selected this idea, from CoinSwap, and I had selected this idea from P2P pool. This 3 project ideas were fixed for me, and for the entire SOB, rest of the SOB process, there is no way I can change this. All these 3 ideas, these are the only 3 organizations I can contribute to. I can also always contribute to different organizations as well, but yeah, I cannot send a proposal. Like, I should say like this: these are the 3 organizations, and these are the 3 specific project ideas of those 3 organizations where I can actually send out my proposal, right? I cannot send out a proposal to any other idea belonging to this organization. I cannot send out a proposal to any other organization as well. These are kind of fixed. Think of it as like getting tattooed for the rest of your SOB journey. Okay, yeah. So it's kind of permanent. You cannot alter this. So yeah, like what should I say? I didn't submit the proposal lastly for this, so it's giving a dash. I submitted 2 proposals at the last. Yeah. So make responsible choices over here. Okay, make responsible choices. That's all I have to say, and make educated guesses. Don't like just throw a dart in the dark. That's not like gonna end properly for you. So yeah, keep all of these tips in mind which I just shared with you guys, and make educated guesses, make proper choices over here. This is the most important thing. This is actually on which your entire SB foundation will be lying on, right? If you make a wrong choice, there is no option to go back. And after you make a wrong choice, if it's a wrong choice, even if you're submitting a proposal, even if you're contributing too much in that repository, you're making thousands and thousands of PRs, and you're like dropping in the best proposal available in the market, of course then you will get selected. But yeah, you cannot, because there are developers who are what should I say, like more experienced, more with more potential in that organization, and you didn't make a proper choice, then you are it's pretty much over before it has already begun. So yeah, this is, I would say, the most important phase of the SOB journey. Pick your organizations, pick your organization ideas properly with all of the tips I have given just now, with them in mind. Take your time. Okay, this is what I did. Let me show you list of Summer of Bitcoin proposal round. What I did was I made a page for all of this. Like, okay, I initially thought of applying okay, this is it. I don't think this is the updated list. I need to find the updated list. Yeah, this is the basic idea. What I did was I made a Notion page. I made a Notion document, and in the document I made separate pages for each and every of the organizations I thought I could contribute at. I thought like those were the organizations I thought of contributing at. Okay, and I made a proper entire thing, like the website, the connect thing, the idea, the outcome, and and at the bottom like my ideas or my own ranking of that idea, like how I'm ranking that in my mind, how much importance that idea is of to me. Yeah, so I then ranked all of my ideas in that particular manner. I kept three four things in mind while ranking those ideas. Number one, if it has a niche technology or not. Okay, that's the most primary important point for me. If it has a niche technology, it's automatically going to have a low number of contributors in it. It's automatically going to attract a low number of contributors. And if even if contributors are flocking in it initial phase, they will be leaving that idea in the later phase and moving on to the different ideas. Like I left for concept, this wasn't a niche idea, I just left because I did not have the time to make a third proposal. But yeah, they will be skipping that idea in the beginning only, beginning itself, and submitting proposals for other ideas, right? So they will be skipping that thing in the even if they are flocking in that idea. So yeah, there is that. Second point is that choose an idea which you are actually contributing to, which you actually want to contribute to, and think you can keep up with that idea sanely without getting insane throughout the entire summer, right? You need to stick with that through the entire summer and even after that, if the project idea isn't complete. So yeah, pick up an organization idea which doesn't drive you crazy. That's an important thing as well, and you actually like that idea, right? Second thing is that. Third thing is, I would say visit their GitHub, go through their code base, see if you can make a plausible idea of that code base. If it's something that's going completely out of your head, like if it's just a boomerang on your head, like what should I say? Like nothing is passing through your head. Like you can't make anything. It's like all. Uh, I'm at a loss of words here. Like it's uh, like you can't make shit out of that thing, right? Like what's written in that code base. So yeah, don't pick that up. There are repos like that as well. I will not be pinpointing such repos, but yeah, once you go through those organizations, you will be finding some code bases which are like hard to figure what they have written, because it's like super complicated code. This is of course blockchain development, Bitcoin development. So yeah, it's okay to have super complicated code in this. Okay, it's general to have super complicated code in this. So pick up an organization which has a proper code base which makes some kind of plausible sense to you, and you think you can work on with it. Like it's not like something you fork and you think what the like what cloned. Like yeah, don't be that kind of guy. Don't just pick any idea out of the dark, because that fits the first two factors. It's a niche and it's yeah. So keep the third factor in mind as well. That repo, that organization should make some kind of plausible sense to you. Okay, yeah, pretty much it. You're good to go. Let's move on to my blog, the assignment phase. I've told you about this, the big fat proposal round. I have told you about this. There was this one senior who helped me a lot, Dhruv Bhanusali. You can contact this guy as well. You can contact me as well. I have added his LinkedIn link over here. He helped me a lot throughout the entire thing. I used to text him always like I used to text him at the most random times and with the most random questions. So yeah, he's a nice person. You can text him. You can always text me. There is, uh, I guess he will be happy to help you. Okay. Welcome to the chaos. Okay, 29 plus open source organizations. It had 29 plus open source organizations with 80 to 90 plus projects. Okay, I might have given this data wrong earlier in my video. So yeah, 29 plus open source organizations and 80 to 90 of the projects. I've added the link over here as well. And I'm okay. You can submit up to 3 proposals. I'm just saying if I've missed any point. Okay. Once your choices are locked, it's either submit proposals to this org or do not submit at all. So yeah, pick your orgs wisely. This is the most important thing. Pick your orgs wisely, please. And yeah, this is okay. I will be extending on the proposal round, and at the end of the day, okay. I have shared my proposals. Yeah. I have shared my proposals as well. Okay, you can go through this as well. This is my proposal. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Just a second. Proposal for Angor. Okay, this is the proposal that got selected. So you can go through this proposal as well, I guess, if you're curious on how to write a proper proposal. This proposal is entirely available for you guys. Okay, this is how I framed the entire proposal. I will be going through the deets as well, how to make a proper proposal. What's the time? Okay, we still have 15 minutes for this video. Okay, and most organizations, yeah, competency test, yeah, this is important. I will be telling you about this as well. Yeah, another 3 points you need to keep in mind is, okay, pick something you genuinely excites you, is okay, match it with a skill set, okay, I have told you those things as well. Look for an active community. Yeah, this point is also important. Like, visit their GitHub, see their activities on GitHub, right? um, Actually go through their code bases, like go through the commit history, see if PRs are getting merged, see if issues are being opened, and see like the maintainer is actually active. Like, there are people working on the repo, there are things happening in that repo, it's not a dead org. Like, the last commit to that org is 3-4 months back. People are just flocking in with the comments with no replies from the maintainers. Avoid those kind of orgs. Those orgs will probably ghost you as well. They do not care about the SOB contributors as well. So yeah, they will be probably ghosting you. Try to avoid those kind of orgs. This is a no factor. Like, yeah, try to avoid those kind of orgs which will probably ghost you. Okay, yeah, this is an important thing. Competency test, I need to talk to you, talk about that with you guys. Proposal round, I need to talk about that as well. And okay, it's essentially not difficult, but it's surely make sure it's submitted along your okay. Competency test, this is all about the competency tasks. Yeah, okay, nothing else. Okay, so now let's talk about the proposal. Okay, for SOB, you need to submit a very thorough proposal. That's what my senior told me. That's what I will be telling you guys. You need to submit a proposal which like considers all of the important factors in it. Okay, it's like got all of the thing combined into one place. Whether or not you will be actually implementing it, whether or not it is feasible or not, it shows the maintainers you have done your research properly. You are actually willing to contribute to that idea, and you are there for the cause, right? And you are there to, like, what should I say, like, uh, pick pick up the line and do the extra work for the. Okay, my proposal is like some 29 pages long, and I have included almost everything. I have included the technical approaches, the implementation approach, the technical idea I'm thinking, the even the architecture. I have even included diagrams in it, I guess. I forgot. Yeah, I have included diagrams, I've included flowcharts. I just met the heck out of a proposal. Like, I included anything and everything that actually came to my mind at that time, okay? And I made it super thorough. Like, there is not a single point on which I haven't explained properly, and I have explained based on my understanding. Like, there were, of course, things which I didn't know, which I didn't understand, which terms were like new to me. What I did was I went through blogs, I took the help of AI a bit, to understand those topics properly, and then what I wrote was my own understanding, not AI generated things. Do not write AI generated paragraphs, okay? Those are easily detectable. Those are, the maintainers will easily detect that it's not something you could write, it's something that AI could write properly. It's not something a beginner developer could write in 15 days of time, okay? So yeah, write your own understanding, read the thing, read the doc, go through the thing, try the thing out, actually work with the thing, and then. Okay, went for another short break. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I was talking about the proposal. Yeah, make the proposal super descriptive and include all of the things. Basically, what I need to say. I will be going through my proposal to give you guys a basic working idea. Okay, so this is all. These are all the stuffs you need to actually add. Okay, email address, GitHub, LinkedIn profile, phone, resume, time zone, Slack, Discord, university, idea link. Okay, now overview and rationale. Okay, this section is actually dedicated to what Anger actually does, right? What Anger is for, what Anger actually does, and stuff like that. So yeah, I explained this stuff properly. These are the goals and expected outcomes. This is the detailed architecture, the high level architecture for the entire thing. Key responsibilities of the liquid service that I will be working on. Data flow, right? Okay. technical implementation approach, the entire implementation idea, the implementation strategy, how we'll be approaching throughout the entire implementation strategy, things like that. And okay, this is done. This is done. Okay, summary expected outcomes addressed, and it's yeah, and a proper timeline. That this is something SOB demands. Like this is the only thing actually SOB demands in a proposal: your introduction and your implementation timeline. They do not want the rest of the things which I have written inside. Okay, they just want your introduction, they want your conclusion, they want a working like a small paragraph or to actually know you have understood the code base, and they want your implementation plan, like implementation steps and outlines. So make this properly clear, like make your targets properly clear. um, Give yourself a proper deadline within which you will be completing the assigned task to you. And yeah, this is basically the entire proposal. Okay, yeah. And some more things about the proposal is that make your proposal detailed, make your proposal such that the maintainer thinks you have actually put in an effort in making the proposal, and you have not like copied your proposal from some site or or some using some AI. Go through the things, go through docs, go through videos, and write your working idea. Like write actually what you think about the proposal. Like write a working idea, write actually what you think about that topic in your proposal. Don't just copy paste things. Okay, that that's a big no-no. That's easily detectable, and that leaves a very bad impression, and you will probably not be getting selected if you are like if your proposal is AI generated or stuff like that. Okay, so this is some more tips about the proposal I can give is that make your proposal detailed. This is an important thing for SOB. This was told to me by my senior. Like GSOC proposals can be a little less detailed also because GSOC is mainly concentrated on your like PRs or contributions you've actually made to the community, you've actually made to the code base. So yeah, it depends on those factors a lot in GSOC, like what you have actually contributed to the code base, how well you actually know your maintainers, how well the maintainers are talking to you. Those are some important factors for GSOC, but those are not some important factors for SOB. Those are important factors for SOB as well, but not the determining factors for SOB. Those are kind of determining factors for GSOC. The main determining factor for SOB is your proposal. Okay. See, like SOB side doesn't even tell, like SOB guidelines doesn't even tell you need to contribute to that code base. Okay, it's not like compulsory to contribute to the code base. In GSOC also it's not like compulsory to contribute to the code base, but it has like unofficially become compulsory due to the huge number of participants. SOB doesn't have that huge number of participants, so it's not like compulsorily you need to contribute to that code base. If you are contributing to that code base, making PRs and stuff, doing something actually that benefits the community, that's like a plus point on your side. But yeah, apart from that, your proposal is your sole determining factor. So make sure you make the beast out of a proposal, right? Okay, so like your proposal should be thorough, like each and every point should be properly explained. Each and every point should be properly explained. Each and every segments, each and every sections you're writing should be properly explained. There should be nothing in the proposal which doesn't make any sense to you. Like you have just randomly picked up some heavy words and put it in your proposal to look cool. That doesn't work. Okay, the maintainers will go through it and they will easily catch this is something which you can't work on. This is something which is not feasible. Write something feasible. Like do not just write it for the sake of making a proposal look pretty or look interesting to your maintainers. Write something that will be that you can actually contribute in your summer, which you can actually work on in your summer, and something you can actually implement which is actually feasible. This is what I mean. And write your own understanding. Do not copy paste things from AI or blogs and stuff like that, because those are probably written in a high what should I say, like a developer kind of language. You need to make your proposal understandable to your maintainer, and through the proposal you need to convey your maintainer like you are the perfect fit to work on the project idea. And the only way you can do is to relay your maintainer you have actually understood what you have read, what you have researched through the 15 days, and you like what you have read and what you have researched through the 15 days, like you have actually understood that, and you have written your own understanding of the following, right? Don't just copy paste things from the blog or from AI. That's a big no no. Again, and yeah, go through the entire and like make the entire thing proper, like make the entire thing thorough. and include more points if you can. Like these were all the things I could think of for my project. These were all the sections that I could think of for my project: an introduction, a technical overview, a rationale, uh, technical implementation approach, a high level architecture, yeah, and what, yeah, design mitigations and security risk, trade-offs. Do speak about the trade-offs as well. That's a very important thing in software engineering. You should always consider the trade-offs and how you can fix those trade-offs, right? Do speak about the trade-offs as well. Your entire documentation plan, because if you are implementing some new feature, there should be also a proper documentation guide to the future developers that will be contributing to the repository. Okay, you are not just out here for coding and like putting your code on the code base and like vanish. You know that you need to have a proper documentation idea for that as well. Yeah, and your conclusion and stuff like that. But and again, yeah, that's pretty much in it. In a proposal, make a proposal understandable, make a proposal interesting, so that the maintainer actually picks up the interest to go through your entire proposal properly. And yeah, you can also follow the structure of my proposal. It's pretty, like, I have well researched the structure of the proposal before actually making the proposal. So yeah, you can follow my structure of the proposal as well. It's pretty well structured. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, pick add some diagrams to it. Make your proposal readable, make your proposal interesting. Add throw in some diagrams to throw in some diagrams that you have made to like show the maintainer like you have actually worked on that idea properly. You have actually understood what is the idea properly to an extent. Like you have taken up the extra effort to investigate that idea to an extent. Yeah, that's everything about the proposal. That's everything about writing the proposal. If you need more tips about writing the proposal, I will be dropping my email below. I will be dropping my phone number below. You can always contact me there. I will be helping you guys out. Yeah, and yeah, let's speak about the competency test right now. Competency test is something that comes under each project idea in GSOC. I wouldn't say each, like it comes under most of the project ideas appearing for GSOC, right? I will be showing you something. Anchor, let's do it for Anchor only. Okay, different articulation for Anchor. Yeah, this is the stuff. You can see competency test. Okay, this is something that needs to be submitted along with the proposal. This is a small task which is given to you by the community members when you are making a proposal. They want to do a small task and like add screenshots of those or logs of those or like any viable proof that you have finished that competency task needs to be attached to your proposal. Okay, any viable proof that you've completed a competency task needs to be attached to your proposal. That's the thing. It's their way of understanding that you are a perfect fit for the organization. It's their way of analyzing that you can actually work with the code base of the organizations and not like leave things in between. Yeah, like this they think of is like their kind of validation. You are already validated from SOB, like you can be a contributor, right, through those assignments. This competency test is their validation that you are a perfect fit for their organization and for their repository to contribute at their repository. So yeah, this competency test is just as important. uh, Start this competency tests properly. I faced some issue with this competency test are also not like simple tasks. These are pretty complicated tasks. I did competency tests for Angor and P2P pool both, and they took me 2 days each. So yeah, begin your competency test as fast as possible, right? And I will be showing you how to submit the competency test. This is basically the competency test idea. Okay, these are the improvements that I had submitted to the Angor code base. Like these are the PRs I had opened at Angor code base. This is something you can submit to them in the proposal. It's something you cannot you can may or may not submit to them in the proposal. That's entirely dependable upon you. But this is something I submitted to make my proposal stronger. Nothing else. Okay, and this is the competency idea. Proper logs and screenshot can be found on this link. Let's check this link. Okay, this is my. Okay, what I did was I did the entire competency test for Angor, then I pushed it to a repo. Okay, and I added the proof of work, the and all the logs. Like you can see, these are all the logs, right? These are the logs. Uh, okay, this is the liquid blockchain. If you guys aren't familiar with this, uh, let's not get into the details of this, but let's just like understand the overview and the structure. Okay, this is something like that. I pushed the entire code. I added the proof of work in my readme file. These are the screenshots. There are logs, there are screenshots, there are a lot of things. These are the blocks that I had mined, whatever. like this is the entire proof of work for the competency test, and this was my competency test, like generating two liquid addresses and then generating a wallet. I guess there should be a wallet getting generated. Okay, it's probably in the earlier steps. My task was basically connecting to the liquid blockchain under elements, generating two liquid addresses, generating a liquid wallet, using those two addresses to send and receive tokens in between, and like spend and like invest something, or like actually spend some token there. Okay, so yeah, like move assets between two liquid addresses and a wallet. That was basically my all my project was about. Okay, I will be adding the link to this as well. I guess this is not private. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is the competency test link for me. Competency. I'm adding this link solely for the purpose so that you can find the structure in which the competency test needs to be submitted. Like you can submit it in any other structure as well. You can always add the screenshots directly in the proposal, but that just makes your proposal messy and lengthy unnecessarily. Like imagine I am adding all of these screenshots and all of these logs in my proposal. My proposal is already at 30 pages almost. It would have been extended to 60 pages. So yeah, keep it short, keep things precise and concise, and uh, like stack things up and share their links ultimately, I would say, right? So yeah, this is what I did. Pushed my entire competency test codes in a separate repository in the readme. Just throw in the all the proof of work, the logs, the screenshots and stuff like that, right? So this is done, I guess. Okay, this is how you're submitting your competency test, and if you are forgetting the structure, you can always visit over here. This is the demo link. I have added it, right? Okay, this is all I can say about the competency test and nothing else. This is something ASOB wants you to add benefits to the community, like how actually Angor will be benefiting from my contributions to their code base. This is something you need to write. Okay, this is something that shows you're actually there for the community, not just for the ASOB tag. So yeah, that's important as well. References, this is just a bibliography, think of it like that, and biographical information about it, pretty self-explanatory. You can go through the proposal anytime to find out the structure. You can go through the competency test GitHub repo anytime to find out the structure. All of these links are present in this Notion doc, right? Okay, and what else? What else? Did I miss something from the proposal round? Just let me go through once. And apart from this, the proposal run was pretty straightforward and nothing else. After you have like made all the proposals, what you need to do is actually open this organizations tab. You will be getting this organizations tab then. Uh, sorry, not the organizations tab, my projects tab. Okay, you will get in the my projects tab, and there will be an edit button over here, and that will be visible over there. Click on the edit button, just add your doc link and save it. That's how you submit your proposals in this case. It's pretty straightforward. It's nothing like a big of a scene. Just edit this page, add your document links, and you're good to go. That's it. How you're submitting proposals in No fancy like uploading PDFs or something like that. Just you need to give them proper editor access from here, and you need to submit your doc link by editing this. And after the time is run out, this gets kind of permanent. You will see that the edit button has been removed, and yeah, this is how you're submitting docs at SOP, and not big of a fuss. That's it about how you're submitting your proposals, and nothing else regarding this. Okay. Hmm. Another important tip I would like to share with you guys is be actually active in the community, like in the Discord server and the Slack server, or in the Telegram channel, whatever your project organization is using. Be active in that. You will be finding your maintainers over there. Do text them personally. Just go to their like spam their DMs. Go to their DMs and spam them. Do this. Do not spam unnecessarily, of course. They will be angry with you. Spam with proper doubts, ask proper doubts to them, make PRs in the repositories, and then uh, make PRs in the repositories, and then you can also talk with them about those PRs, about your contributions and stuff like that. So yeah, properly talk with them. That is another important thing in any open source program, in any open source organization. Your communication skills. Uh, be sure to be a part of the community, not just some like undercover dev. You are making PRs from your home. You have no communication, no means of activity of communication with the maintainers. You do not, the maintainers do not even know you, that you exist. You are just ghostly sending your PRs with a different username. So yeah, that's basically not crediting up to you. Imagine you are let me take my example. Imagine I am with the name Ritankar. My username is something else, completely something else. Like my username is Michael, and I'm not communicating with the maintainers itself as well. So yeah, they're seeing there is a guy called Michael. There is no way to know my name. They are not clicking on your profile and like going to your profile and checking your name. It's Ritankar. No, they do not have that kind of time. So yeah, they know there is a guy named Michael who's contributing to my code base, who's making a lot of PRs in my code base. But yeah, when they are getting applications, there is a guy named Ritankar, which who they haven't even heard of. He exists. So yeah, don't be that kind of guy. Actually, communicate in your community, communicate with the maintainers, ask them for a review. This is what I did. I asked my project mentors for a proper review of my proposal. They didn't initially review because I guess it was restricted by the SOP community to review proposals. They reviewed at the last date, but yeah, I was at least there. I was at least like pinging them, nudging them to review my proposal, to review my PRs. To I was making communication with them. So yeah, the by the end of the entire SOP process, at Angor there were like 5 to 6 maintainers. I was on a friendly chat with 4 to 5 of them. So yeah, that kind of stuff also works out. Be like ready to talk. Be an extrovert with your maintainers. Talk about them with new project ideas you can think of. Talk to them about your PRs. Talk to them about your proposal. Talk to them to get a better idea, working idea of a proposal. Just talk to them about anything. The main idea over here is to make yourself friendly to your maintainers and make yourself known, make your presence known in the community, that you are actually a part of the community and actually willing to contribute to you. That works a lot of that like does magic. So yeah, don't be that kind of guy, shy and behind the laptop and just making PRs and making proposals. Go out in the open and talk to them, right? This is also very important. This is a very important tip I can share with you guys. Yeah, that's basically it about the proposal round. Surprise interview, sort of. This was um this I would say an experience which was unique to me. Some of my peers got selected in SOB, but they didn't receive any kind of interview from the organizations or even from SOB. This was specific to my organization. So like after I had submitted my proposal, about a week after or so, I received a certain message from the main maintainer, I would guess, or I'm not sure till date, like whether he's the main maintainer or he just randomly texted me out of the blue. So yeah, there was a message from him like, "Hey Ritanka, we want you to hop on a call for a casual meet." Of course, it's not a casual meet. They do not have the time to take like what should I say? Like they do not have the time to listen to your day-to-day activities of the contributors. It's not a casual meet, of course. It's a dev meet. So yeah, be prepared for that as well. We need to hop you on for a casual meet at this time, and this are the members who will be joining as well. So yeah, that was a kind of mail that came to me after 1 week or 2 week, I would say, of the proposal round. So yeah, that was a surprise interview sort of. I was completely unprepared. Like he mailed me the day before my interview. So yeah, I could gather up most of the things I could at that point. Like I went through my proposal once more. I went through all the important terms in my proposal once more. I went through the entire concept of Web3 decentralization, Bitcoin once more. I even practiced 2 3 DSA questions as well, but then I left the idea because it was like too late to do that. So yeah, then I sat for the interview, but luckily it was actually a casual call. But yeah, they asked me about my proposal. They asked me about myself, my GitHub, my projects, whether I am free to work in the summer or not, and tons of other things like I yeah, but the entire meet was a bit technical as well, but not like interview level technical. But yeah, it was technical. They wanted to get a understanding if I could work on the proposal that I had actually written, and if the proposal was actually written by me. So tip number one, like, know what you have written in your proposal, do not copy paste. And tip number two, do not bluff in your proposal. Like, if you are writing something out of the world you are trying to implement in your proposal, they will be asking you about that thing in your interview, and if you can't answer, that's a like a big no no for them. That like leaves the impression you're writing about things you do not you do not know, and that's clearly gpted. So yeah, stay true to your proposal, and have proper working feasible ideas about each and everything, about each and every line you're writing in a proposal. So that's another tip I can give you guys. Go through the docs, go through the videos, go through the resources, and write your proposal on your own. Write each and every line on your own. In that way you are like close to your proposal. You know what you have actually written in your proposal. You know what you have understood what you have actually written in your proposal. And yeah, your interview will go quite chill. There is nothing to worry about. No interview in this will be a proper interview. Like, they will not be like open your VS Code and type out this code and do this, do that. No, it will be a casual mid trip on your proposal only, mostly on your proposal, right? And yeah, they asked me a few questions about decentralization, Bitcoin as well. That I guess you should have a working idea of if you are contributing to Summer of Bitcoin. It's after all Summer of Bitcoin. So yeah, surprise interview sort of. And this is a selection. Then I received the selection, but the things are pretty straightforward from there. Yeah, past week. No, sorry. This is not that. One of this mail has my login details. I do not want to open that mail. Of course. Round to open. Okay, this is the mail. Okay, you can see a Summer of Bitcoin. Congratulations. We are excited to share that you have been accepted. And yeah, this is pretty much the acceptance mail you will be getting from Summer of Bitcoin after 2 to 3 weeks of the proposal round, if your project is getting selected. Yeah, so this is the selection mail. And yeah, this is the reflections and some real tips for the future applicants, which I've already told a lot. What next begins, what next the real fun begins. Yeah, this is basically the coding portion. You need to write the coding portion. This blog is still not, I think, yeah, this blog is still public. This blog is still private. This blog is, I haven't made this blog public as well. This is just my friend reviewing my blog, whether it's nice or not. But this blog is not public. This blog is private still. Yeah. So yeah, I will be making this blog public tonight, and yeah, I'll be reducing the view count to one as well over here, because this is actually me logging on to the website and seeing my blog for the 27th time. So yeah, okay, this is pretty much it for the entire SOB journey till the selection phase. And yeah, so to sum up things, choose an organization in the manner I told you. Keep all of the tips in mind while choosing an organization, like while choosing a project idea of the organization. That's the first tip I can give you. Second tip I can give you: stay true to your proposal. Do not bluff in your proposal. Do not write random shit in your proposal. Things you cannot make any idea of. Do not write those things. Do not write outward things in your proposal. Things you cannot implement. Things that are even questionable to implement by the maintainers themselves, like after having 30-40 years of experience. So yeah, don't write those things. Don't write out of the word things. Don't write commitments you cannot fulfill. Stay true to your proposal. That's the most important thing. Okay, do not just write random things in a proposal to make your proposal sound cool. That's a big no no. Right. Third tip is, go through docs, go through resources, go through ideas properly, and then write your own understanding of that in your proposal. That way you are writing your own proposal. You are having a working idea of what you are writing in a proposal, and you do not need to prepare separately or go through ideas separately. It will not be overwhelming from you if an interview comes up or stuff like that comes up, right? And in that way you are also like learning something and contributing something. That's another important thing. Fourth important thing, uh, okay, I can't think of any more tips. I have given a lot of tips in between as well. Go through those tips as well. Like, keep all of those tips in mind while going through SOP, while navigating through SOP. That's the entire thing. And yeah, this is pretty much it. If you guys need any more resources, any more stuff like that, do drop in the comments. Do drop your thoughts in the comments. If you need better clarification on any of the phases which I've talked to you. I don't think you will need, because it's like a 2 hour video now, and I've already explained all of the things in super detail. But yeah, if you still need a clarification on any of these things, do drop in a comment. I will be making a short video explaining that particular phase only. Okay. And yeah, I think, yeah, this was my second proposal for P2P pool. Okay, and this proposal actually got ranked second, and I would move above if the for like the first guy would leave the proposal, like leave his project idea. So yeah, but by then I had got the confirmation from Angor, so I moved on with Angor, and also I was also more bound. Like what should I say? Like I was also more towards Angor, more towards the idea of Angor, because that idea actually resonated with me. That was a idea I actually wanted to implement and work on in the summer. So yeah, when I got the confirmation from Angor, I just hopped onto it and took up the opportunity. There is nothing else. Congratulations mail, and after that you will be receiving some other mails. Yeah, like this formalities mail and stuff like that. Your internship starts now, and some little tips and tricks from the SOB community. You will be getting mails from SOB asking you about your details and stuff like that. Yeah, that's all the like the post Bitcoin selection formalities. That is not the purpose of the video. I will be skipping all of those, and yeah, I can't think of anything else to share about my SOP journey. It's pretty much it, and I'm seeing if there is something else I need to talk to. Yeah, keep your GitHub active. I think I've talked about this as well. Keep your GitHub actually active. Like, don't be active in the last month if you want to contribute to SOB. Like, the last month your brain tells you, oh shit, we need to contribute to some open source or programs, and you need to have a proper GitHub. And the last month of your GitHub entire profile is like filled with greens, and the rest entire GitHub profile is like that shows no past contribution activity. So that kind of GitHub doesn't work. Have a GitHub which is like evenly spaced out. Have a proper active working GitHub, right? So yeah, talk to people. I've already told you, choose the project that excites you. Don't bluff in your proposal. Of course, don't bluff in your proposal. Yeah, ciao till the next blog, and yeah, that's pretty much it for my entire SOB journey. If you guys have any doubts, do ping me up. Let me publish this site as well. Okay. Yeah, the site is now published as well. You guys can go through this site as well. I'm just adding the link over here as well for you guys. I will be adding this link in the description as well. So yeah, that's basically it for my SOB journey, the entire SOB journey, how I got selected, how I chose my orgs, how I formulated my proposals, how I talked to the mentors and the maintainers. The best way you can hook up with the best way, I mean to say, like hook up a conversation with the maintainers. Yeah. Uh, the best way you can hook up a conversation with the maintainers is by submitting some PRs, I guess. Like once you've submitted to the PR, you have actually contributed to the code base and to the repository, and you have actually something to talk to with the maintainers. Like you can't just like casually drop in your maintainers a DM and like, hey, I'm this and that, and I'm contributing to SOB. Nice to meet you. That they will probably not be responding to you. They have a lot of people to respond to. They have a lot of work to do. But if you're like typing out the same message like, hey, I'm this and that, I'm contributing to SOB. I have also like raised a PR for this and this issue, and this is my PR link. Could you please provide your suggestions? Could you please review my PR? That actually what interests the maintainer. The maintainer will actually go through your PR, review it, and leave some comments, and that's how a conversation begins. The maintainer actually needs people who are willing to contribute to, who are like willing to code and talk less, to be very honest. So yeah, you be that kind of guy. Be that guy that actually contributes to the code base, actually contributes to the community, and shows up with the work at the minute. And yeah, okay, so that's something how you can, that's a real tip of how you can like shoot your conversation in the community, in the channels, in the Discord channels, with the maintainers and the maintainers DMs and stuff like that. Go through with the PR, right? Or yeah, or if you're not comfortable with PRs, like have something actually feasible, like what should I say, like actually of importance to talk to with the maintainers. Don't like just drop hi and hellos over there. Make your proposal, drop in your proposal link and ask for a review. That's something constructive. Make PRs and ask about them. That's something constructive. Ask about issues, ask about the code base if you can't navigate it properly. Ask about um, some PR related things like go through the PRs, go through the commit history, go through the code base, ask them about something you don't understand. Yeah. And try to set up your repo properly. Just don't. This is something you can refrain from asking the maintainers, like uh, asking them for help for setting up the repo. That like leaves a bad impression, I guess, from the maintainers, because uh, they are experienced days and they probably do not realize the complexity of setting up the repos for the beginners. Yeah. So as a beginner, if you're not able being able to set up the repo, no need to panic. Ask out your PRs. Ask out your PRs who are already contributing to the open source repo. Read some blogs. Take the help of AI. That's all right. So yeah, be that kind of guy, and don't hop in your maintainers with random questions. Be ask constructive questions. Ask real questions to your maintainers. That's the last bit of tip I can give it to you guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any more doubts, do share them in the comment box. Thank you.